Hey, it's Archie, Jonathan Archie, and today let's talk about credit. When purchasing a home, one of the most important factors that determines what you will qualify for and how much your payment will be each month is based upon your credit. And this is why it is crucial that you know where you are, what is your score, but also what is your history, because your credit determines how risky you can be in the eyes of the lender. And so I'm going to share with you a few things that you need to know regarding credit. Now, before you sit down with a lender, it is recommended that you take 6 months prior to examine your credit and see what it is that you can do to improve your standing. First, I recommend that you request a copy of your credit report, and you can visit annualcreditreport.com to retrieve a free copy annually. Now, once you've reviewed this credit report, you will be able to see your credit history, but more importantly, how you manage your finances. And this is what lenders will look at: the type of credit you use, the duration of time that these accounts have been open, and if you have been paying most of your bills on time if you've used credit. But the most common question that lenders will first ask is, what is your credit score? And this score ranges from 300 all the way up to 850. And to be honest, the higher the score, the lower your payments can be if you qualify for a mortgage. And so it is important that you review this score often alongside your credit report so that you can find ways to improve that score as time progresses. Now, while most individuals may rely upon one credit reporting agency to review their credit score, most lenders will look at all three: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. And so if possible, I recommend that you review your credit score from all three of those agencies, because the lenders will use those scores to evaluate what your credit risk may be. Now, if you have reviewed your credit score and you would like to improve it, it is important that you know what actually determines your credit score. The first contributor, and what makes up most of your score, is your payment history. This reveals all of the payments you have made in the past for all of the credit accounts that you have, and if you have paid them on time. If there are any accounts that you have missed a payment or have been late for a few months or even years, it can have a detrimental effect on your credit score. And so it is important that you make your payments on time all the time. And if you find yourself behind, actually find help to get back on track. The second contributor is the amount you owe. This takes into account all of the debt that you have in comparison to the credit limit that was given when you initially opened that account. If you have any debt and it remains for months or years near the credit limit, this can reduce your credit score. On the other hand, if you have any debt that is tremendously lower than your credit limit, this can allow your credit score to increase, as your credit utilization rate is low. And so it is recommended that you keep all of your accounts at least below 30% of the credit limit, and if possible, pay off all of your debt. The third contributor is the length of your credit history. And this is straightforward. It is the length of time that you've used credit. And so it is recommended to keep those accounts active and to be responsible in managing them. The fourth contributor is the new credit you've acquired. This takes into account all the lines of credit that you have opened over the duration of time. And so it is recommended, if you have a sufficient amount of credit already, don't apply for other types of credit if you do not need it. And the fifth and final contributor is the type of credit you have in use. And this takes into account all of the lines of credit, from your credit cards, mortgage, student loans, you name it. And so I recommend that with all of the accounts that you have, that you remain responsible over each account, and that you don't rush into closing the account, as it may play a huge factor in the score that you have. Now, with all of the information that I've shared with you today, I hope it helped and I hope you have a great day.